What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Brokers TCG. Today we have DarkKnightmon versus Omnimon Alter-S, so let's get right into it. I'm going to hatch the Pokemon, Digivolve into a Chickery-mon, and then play a Nene from hand, revealing the top 4 cards from my hand. I'm going to then go ahead and add the Skullknightmon with the Inheritable Reboot, and the rest go to the bottom of my deck. My opponent's going to go ahead and draw for turn, hatch a Tunamon, Digivolving into an Agumon, and then from hand playing a Gabumon, searching top 3 for a Garurumon, and a card with Greymon in its name or Omnimon in its name. He's going to add the Garurumon and Metal Greymon to hand. Then from there, playing the Agumon, searching another top 4 cards, adding 1 card with Greymon or Omnimon. And he is going to find the Omnimon. It's going to go ahead and add it to hand, and the rest at the bottom. From here, I'm going to go ahead and draw for turn, bring the Chickery-mon out, and swing with it, hitting a Nokia. Lucky for me, though, he didn't have a Gabumon or Agumon to play out, so I'm going to go ahead and Digicross into a Skullknightmon Mighty Axe mode, searching the top 3 cards of my deck, adding a Skullknightmon to hand, and then from there, popping one of its Digimon. I'm going to go ahead and choose to delete his Gabumon. Then from there, I'm going to go ahead and pass the memory over to 3, playing a Pride Memory Boost, searching the top 3 cards, and playing a Skullknightmon from the 3 cards. Trashing the rest, a DarkKnightmon and a Nene. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to my opponent. He's going to go ahead and draw for turn, bring the Agumon out. Then from there, he's going to Digivolve into a Greymon. Then Nokia's skill is going to allow him to reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. And then the Tunamon under the Agumon is going to allow him to draw of the effect. And so the Greymon is going to allow him to Digivolve into a Garurumon for a Digivolution cost of 2 - 2, which is 0. And then that effect is going to allow him to go into the Metal Greymon for 1, and the Metal Greymon is going to allow him to go into the Garurumon for 1, and then from there he's going to be able to go into a Blitz Greymon for a memory cost of 3 - 2, so memory cost of 1, and then the Agumon is going to gain him a memory, continuing his turn. He's going to go ahead and de-Digivolve the Skullknightmon Mighty Axe mode, and then he does pick Chickery-mon, but Chickery-mon is a rookie. He then's going to Digivolve into the Omnimon Alter-S, putting me to 6 memory, and deleting the Skullknightmon with the security attack +1. I'm going to go ahead and unsuspend my Digimon, draw for turn, and hatch a Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve into a Montetamon. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and play another Nene, trying to search through my deck some more, revealing 4 cards from the top of my deck, and then finding a DarkKnightmon, adding it to hand, unfortunately sending a DeathXmon to the bottom of my deck. I'm then going to go ahead and play, use the Pride Memory Boost delay effect at gaining 2 memory, and from there I'm going to go ahead and Digicross into a DarkKnightmon, only using 1 source, Digicross source, for a total play cost of 6, putting him to 1 memory, and then the on-play effect is going to allow me to de-Digivolve his Omnimon, and putting him back into a Blitz Greymon. He's going to go ahead and draw for turn, hatch a Tunamon, Digivolve into Agumon, and then Digivolve once more into an Omnimon Alter-S. The Nokia is going to go ahead and proc off, reducing the memory cost by 1, and then the Agumon is going to go ahead and gain him a memory, then puts me over to 3 memory. He's going to go ahead and delete the DarkKnightmon. The DarkKnightmon on deletion effect is going to proc off, revealing the top 2 cards, adding a Twilight card to hand, so both Monetamons are Twilight. So I'm going to go ahead and add 1, trash the other. I'm going to draw for turn, bring the Monetamon out, and then right now he has 2 blockers on the field. I'm going to go ahead and play a Monetamon for 3, searching the top 4 cards, adding 2 cards with Twilight, DarkKnightmon, or Deadly Axemon to hand. So I'm going to go ahead and add the Deadly Axemon and the Skullknightmon with security attack +1 inheritable to hand, rest go to the bottom. From there, I'm going to Digivolve into a Skullknightmon Cavalier mode for a Digivolution cost of 1, passing my opponent over to 1 memory. He's going to bring the Agumon out, Digivolve into a Greymon, and from there he's going to go ahead and activate the Nokia, reducing the cost by 1. The Tunamon's going to proc off to allow him to draw 1, and then the Agumon's going to gain him a memory. And then from there, he does activate the Tunamon effect twice to draw an extra card, just a little misplay. But he's going to go ahead and play the Mat and Tie for free due to Greymon's effect. He's going to go ahead and swing with the Omnimon, and then the Blitz Greymon's going to trash the top card, and I'm going to block with the Monetamon. He's then going to Digivolve into a Blitz Greymon once more, de-Digivolving all 3 of my Digimon. Only the Cavalier mode gets Digivolved since both of the other Digimon are rookies. Then the Agumon's going to gain a memory, put me to 2. I'm going to hatch the Pokemon, Digivolve into a Dorumon. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and play a Death Xmon, de-digivolving everything on his field and popping all level 4 or lower Digimon. So all of his Digimon get de-digivolve, and then the Agumon gets deleted. He's going to go ahead and have 3 memory for his turn. He's going to draw for turn, hatch a Tsunamon, then Digivolve into an Agumon. And then from there, he's going to go ahead and Digivolve the Blitzgreymon into a Omnimon Merciful Mode, which is going to allow him to delete one of my Digimon and then send 10 cards from my trash to the bottom of my deck. The Tsunamon's going to allow him to draw 1, and the Agumon's going to gain him memory. So from here, he's going to go ahead and delete the Death Xmon, and then go through my trash to put 10 cards to the bottom of my deck, unfortunately sending the other Death Xmon to the bottom. And then the Nokia also reducing the memory cost of the Digivolution, sending me to 1 memory. I'm going to go ahead and draw for turn, bring the Dorumon out. From there, I'm going to go ahead and swing with the Dorumon, and it does die here, so the Pokemon's going to activate, finding another Dorumon. And then so from here, I'm going to go ahead and decide to keep swinging, so I'm going to swing with the Chikurimon, and he is going to go ahead and end up blocking it. So the Pokemon effect is going to proc off once more, searching the top card of my deck, which is a Skullknightmon Cavalier mode, and then the Chikurimon gets trashed. And then from there, I'm going to Digivolve into a DarkKnightmon, putting my opponent to 2 memory. He's going to go ahead and unsuspend, draw for turn, bringing the Agumon out. And from there, he's going to go ahead and Digivolve the Wurgarumon into a Cresgarumon. This is going to go ahead and proc off the Tsunamon to allow him to draw an extra card. And then he's also going to be able to use the Nokia effect to go ahead and reduce the cost by 1 to Digivolve. And he's going to miss the timing for the Omnimon, but it does get trashed. The top card does get trashed, trashing the top card of my security. And then the Cresgarumon is going to go ahead and DNA Digivolve on top of the Blitzgreymon into yet another Omnimon Alter-S. And from there, he's going to go ahead and delete the Manitamon, because the DarkKnightmon does have an effect to play out 2 of its sources. But Pokemon's going to go ahead and search out a Skullknightmon added to hand. He's going to then go ahead and swing with the Skullknightmon. Then the Cresgarumon is going to go ahead and send the DarkKnightmon to the bottom of my deck. And the Blitzgreymon is going to go ahead and trash yet another card from my security stack. And then he does hit a Pride Memory Boost. And from there, he's going to go ahead and Digivolve into a Greymon, putting me over to 2 memory. But the Agumon does gain him a memory, and then the Tsunamon also gains him an extra draw. So from here, I only have a single memory. I'm going to go ahead and hatch my very last Pokemon, Digivolving into a Dorumon, and then using the Pride Memory Boost delay effect to gain an extra 2 memory. I'm going to go ahead and Digicross into a DarkKnightmon, which is going to allow me to de-Digivolve the Omnimon Alter-S and delete the Greymon. So really controlling the board, really slowing down once more. He's going to go ahead and unsuspend, draw for turn, hatch a Tsunamon, Digivolve into a Agumon. And from there, he's going to go ahead and play another Nokia. And Nokia is going to allow him to play a Gabumon for free. This is going to allow him to search the top 3. And from there, he's going to go ahead and find a Greymon, adding the rest of the cards back to the top of his deck. Then the Matt and Ty are going to gain him an extra memory. So I'm going to go ahead and draw for turn, bring the Dorumon out. I'm going to Digicross into a Skullknightmon Mighty Axe mode, searching the top 3 cards of my deck. So I'm going to find a Skullknightmon, Deadly Axemon, and a Darkknightmon, adding the Darkknightmon to hand. The rest are trash. And then deleting the Gabumon due to the Mighty Axe mode effect. Then from there, I'm going to put my opponent to 1 memory. He's going to go ahead and draw for turn, bring the Agumon out. Then using the option card for that Omnimon deck, he's going to go ahead and be able to Digivolve into a Blitzgreymon. He does do a little bit of misplay, Digivolving from trash as opposed to hand, but he's going to Digivolve into the Blitzgreymon on top of the Agumon, drawing for 1, and then de-Digivolving both of the Skullknightmons. And from there, the Nokia is going to allow him to reduce the cost by 2, and the Tsunamon's going to go ahead and gain him a memory. Now, at this point in the game, my opponent has gone through every single Omnimon but 1. And as long as he doesn't find it, I should still have a small and he found it. Of course he found it. There it is. So he's going to go ahead and add the final Omnimon to hand, and from there he's going to go ahead and swing with the Kreskarumon, checking the last security, hitting a Kiriha and Nene. So then he's going to go ahead and Digivolve into the Omnimon Alter-B. The Alter-B is then going to go ahead and de-Digivolve one of my Digimon, so he's going to de-Digivolve the Skullknightmon with security attack +1. And then the other half of the effect is going to allow him to pop any amount of Digimon with a play cost of 6 or less combined. Unfortunately, he can only delete one of my Digimon, well, fortunately for me, and so it's going to pass it over to me. I'm going to go ahead and unsuspend, draw for turn, swing with the Dormon, and the Alter-B is going to go ahead and block. So the Pokemon is going to proc off, finding a Digimon, adding it to hand, and from there I'm going to go ahead and play a Pride Memory Boost, searching the top 3, finding a Skullknightmon Mighty X Mode, pulling it out, allowing me to search the top 3. Seeing the Death Xmon I sent at the bottom of the deck earlier in the game, adding a Skullknightmon hand. And then so right here, I'm going to make the biggest mistake of the game. I'm going to Digicross into a DarkKnightmon, and then using the on-play effect of the DarkKnightmon, I'm going to de-Digivolve the Blitzgreymon and pop the Agumon instead of the Omnimon. Yes, I know, I should have read what the Omnimon did. I didn't read it. I didn't know it was going to clear my board. I should have read it. So the Kreskarumon is going to go ahead and send the DarkKnightmon to the bottom, and then the Omnimon Alter-B is going to go ahead and trash the Blitzgreymon and the Kreskarumon, deleting all of my other bodies on the board and finishing out the game. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. What does Omnimon do on swing?
Trash 2 megas, you lose 2 security.
Okay.
And then effect 1, 2. Delete both of those two.
Wait, delete both?
Yeah.
Wait, what? You didn't say any of that.